There is no secret. There's nothing that someone's not telling you that's going to get you to where you want to be.
You ready?
You need to do everything that you can do every single day to get where you want to be, no matter what.
Come on. Good. Come on.
What's up, guys? I thought I would give you a quick update on kind of what's been going on recently. When you get an injury or something happens, usually you can kind of tell what it is or how you did it. Sometimes you can't tell. People can't tell exactly why they got injured. Sometimes they wake up the next morning or the next couple days and their shoulder or their knee or whatever, their wrist starts to hurt and they can't remember like exactly how they did it. And then on the other hand, some people know exactly what they did and how they hurt it. It's just a part of the sport. It's the nature of it. We've all been through certain injuries and gone through certain things. I've had multiple injuries from training throughout the years. So I actually injured my shoulder from posing yesterday. The back of my shoulder, so the rear delt. I don't think it is a tendon or a ligament. I think it's actually one of the muscles in the back of my shoulder. I was doing a pose where I came across the back like this. Ooh, I was flexing and I think I pulled out too far, and right when I did that, the muscle instantly started cramping up and it felt strained, and I just had to let it relax for like a minute or two before I could actually use it again. So I think it's just a muscle strain, like a muscle pull, kind of like when you strain your neck when you're sleeping or sleep on it wrong. That's what it feels like in the back of my shoulder. It's just frustrating when you're on prep and every day counts leading up to the competition and stuff like that happens. But again, like I said, it's just a part of the sport. Stuff happens. So I can just do what I can at this point, not train it to aggravate it more, but let it rest. When I do get injuries, guys, there are certain things I like to do to kind of speed up the process of getting the muscle or the joint or whatever it is back to where it needs to be in order for me to perform and train the best that I can. For muscle strains like this, a lot of times I use heat because the muscle is usually tightened up. So I usually put a heat on for like 10 minutes or so until it relaxes a little bit, and then it seems to be less painful or tight throughout the day. So that's what I like to do when I do get a muscle strain. But when it comes to like tendonitis, guys, tendonitis is the last word I want to hear when it comes to an injury, because that is usually something that lasts a little bit longer. It could be weeks to months to even years, and it really sucks, guys. I've been through tendonitis in this shoulder actually, so that's why I was kind of worried when I did injure it, because tendonitis is usually from overuse. It's the tendon getting stretched and strained over time from doing repetitive movements over and over again. So tendonitis is usually something that kind of progresses slowly but surely over time. It's usually like a dull pain that kind of is just nagging and it never seems to go away. It's a terrible feeling. I hate it. This seems to be a muscle strain in my rear delt, so that's what I'm hoping it is, but only time will tell, guys. Just doing what I can. When it comes to tendonitis, they say stretching helps a lot. That's what I did for my shoulder and other tendonitis issues that I had in my arm. They also recommend scraping for me. That's what I did a lot when I had tendonitis in my arm. And so that kind of breaks up scar tissue and increases blood flow to the area. Because a lot of times in tendonitis, it's like scar tissue that builds up over time. When you're exercising and doing stuff like that, make sure you're maintaining proper form and doing everything and every exercise how it's supposed to be done so you don't put yourself at risk for injury. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on kind of what happened and how I move forward in terms of treatment for that. I probably won't train shoulders for a little while just to let it rest and everything like that. Making sure my nutrition is on point. That's especially important when you can't train. If you guys don't have access to a gym right now because of what's going on, your nutrition is going to be key in order to be maintaining. If you are able to maintain and stay on point with your nutrition, you shouldn't be losing too much muscle or gains. Another thing, guys, to prevent injury is warm up. Make sure that you are warming up before you get into exercise. A lot of times when I started training, I was all excited to get in the gym. I would start my reps and my sets and everything like that, and I would start pretty heavy right out of the gate, like right when I got into the gym. And I've had injuries from doing that. Just from not warming up properly and taking the necessary precautions to making sure that my body is warmed up and ready to do the exercise. So making sure you warm up is good. Stretching is very important as well to prevent injuries. I like to stretch before and sometimes after my workouts as well, just to make sure I can perform at my best level. Staying hydrated is very important as well. If you're not hydrated, you are going to be a lot more susceptible to getting injuries. I have an app where I track all my macros, and I can also track the water intake, and I'm making sure that I'm hitting at least a gallon each day, at least a gallon. I try to get more than that. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Making sure you have good form, warming up before exercises, stretching, drinking a lot of water. I think that's it. I think I hit everything that I wanted to talk about. So I'm gonna keep an eye on my shoulder in the next coming days to see how it's doing. Just kind of not a great time for me to get injured, but then again, it's never really a good time to get injured. But I will keep you guys updated on everything going on with that. But I am gonna get on with the rest of my day. I have some cleaning to do around the house, and then after that, I think I'm gonna head to my parents' house for the next couple days, maybe even weeks, I don't know, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Catch you later. All right guys, just like every other day, more prepping for food for the week. So I did cook some chicken. I usually put vegetable stock in with the chicken once the raw chicken goes in one of the containers. And then after that I put my seasoning, I put some olive oil so it stays pretty moist. And then I cook it. Once it's done cooking, I'll take it out. I'll shred it up just so it's kind of easier to eat. And then that's pretty much it. So that's what I have right here. My chicken is done. I'm about to make the rice. And then after that, I will make the vegetables. It's a pretty repetitive process, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It's pretty basic stuff, honestly, guys, but it's really hard to do once you're doing it for months on end. But it's a part of the sport. I enjoy doing it. It's a lot, man. And there's a lot of different ways to prep food, a lot of different food that people like to eat. Personally, I stick with pretty basic stuff when prepping. I go for chicken or tilapia, fish of some kind, and then rice. I do white and brown rice, and then different types of frozen vegetables that I thaw out and cook. Usually like to go for broccoli or peas or carrots, something like that, or green beans. So I switch up between those. I kind of alternate my diet based on those and alternate each one out. But besides that, that's pretty much my meals. And then I have eggs and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just prepping right now for the next and upcoming week. Thankfully, I haven't had too many cravings so far. A lot of times when I prepped in the past, like in the past couple weeks, I did start to crave certain things, but it seems to be going away now. Maybe because I'm just getting used to the food that I'm actually eating all the time. But we'll see as time goes on. I'm sure cutting will be a different story, but nonetheless, it doesn't matter what I'm craving. It matters what I need. So that is what it is. All right, guys, food is now finished, so I'm gonna go downstairs and get a workout in. So today I have, what's today? I don't even know what day it is. Today's Tuesday. So since it is Tuesday, guys, I have back and biceps to do, which I am excited about. My back is something that I'm really focusing on for this prep to bring out. My back is not necessarily a weak point that I think I have, but it's a huge part of posing and stepping on stage. So when you're posing in the front, you're showing everything in the front, your chest, your abs, everything's flexed. You're showing just the whole front of your body, and then when you turn around, that's a whole different part of your pose. So it's pretty much 50% of your posing is your back. So it's just a big part that I need to really focus on, that I'm giving a lot of attention to as I keep going throughout prep. Like I said, guys, I don't have a ton of weights, so I'm gonna have to play around and get a little creative with my workouts for the next couple weeks, depending on when my gym reopens. But I have up to 50 pound dumbbells, and I have a cable column machine and a bench and stuff like that. So I'll make it work. I'm grateful that I even have a home gym at all. So that's super cool. But I'm gonna get to this workout, guys. I will catch up with you soon. Oh, that's what I did. Oh, my shoulder. Oh. If you guys hurt yourself doing a certain movement, don't do it again until it's better. Ooh, that hurts. Ooh, shit, I almost stepped on my cat. Guys, I forgot that I also wanted to give you an update on what my macros are. I never actually told you guys what I'm eating. This is during my bulk, so I am still bulking right now, trying to gain as much muscle mass and size and strength as I can before I start to cut. So right now, my macros are 260 grams of protein per day, 330 grams of carbs, and then 150 grams of fat. And then in terms of calories, I am consuming around 3,700 calories a day, and that is just my personal macronutrient numbers. You guys probably have your own, and I don't necessarily even recommend you use mine that I'm giving you now. I'm just giving you and telling you guys what I use, just because that is what I've researched that would be best for me personally. I'm still trying to learn a lot about what macros work the best for me based on how I'm looking throughout the day and the weeks and the months coming. A lot of it's kind of trial and error, guys. I do a lot of research to see what works best for me, and then I actually execute it and try it out and see how it works in my body. But those are the current numbers right now. 3,700 calories is a lot, but I also have a very high metabolism. So I found that if I don't eat around that much, I am actually either maintaining or even losing weight. I've been stuck around like 185 pounds, 183 to 186 pounds for a couple weeks now. And that's before I started hitting that 3,700 calorie mark. So I'm gonna try this out for a couple weeks, see where 3,700 calories takes me, and then kind of go from there. If I am in a greater surplus that's over 3,700 calories, I don't sweat it too much. I need to at least hit the numbers that I have for my macros, but if I go over a little bit, it's not gonna be the end of the world, especially because I'm bulking right now and I am playing around with numbers. I set these goals for my macros just to make sure I at least hit these so that I can make sure that I'm making progress. But guys, when it comes to cutting, when it comes to, give it a second. When it comes to cutting, guys, it's kind of a different story. You're usually very strict with hitting your calorie goals and your macro goals on the dot. So when I'm bulking, I'm still trying to figure out how many calories I need to be in a surplus. 3,700 calories should be enough, but we'll see, guys. Like, if I'm not, I need to keep increasing it and seeing what happens. I just need to do what I have to, but I'm still playing around with the numbers. Like I said, I'm gonna try 3,700 for a couple weeks and see how that works, and then I'll kind of go from there. But I'll keep you guys updated on my macros if anything changes throughout my prep, and I will show you the numbers that I'm taking for cutting when I am gonna begin cutting. Like I mentioned before, guys, I do have a coach that I'm going to be hiring for the last 12 weeks of prep, which is the most important, some would say, in terms of dialing in and making sure your numbers are where they should be, to make sure that you are cutting while still maintaining as much muscle mass as possible. Since it is my first show, I don't know too much about the nutrients and even some of the training. Bringing that coach in will really help in terms of me making sure that I'm hitting the numbers that I need to in the gym and in the kitchen. I will let you guys know who my coach is once it is finalized, like I mentioned before. So my coach does have a pretty big presence on social media, and he has actually judged and coached other competitors in the past. So I'm pretty excited about it. He has a lot of experience, and I'm excited to bring him on my team to pretty much just bring the best package that I can possible, guys. I'm really excited about this journey. Thank you guys for watching. I always say it, but it means a lot to me that you guys are a part of this journey. I love that I can share this with you guys and show you everything that I'm going through, so you guys can kind of hopefully learn something with me, because I'm definitely learning a lot going through this. With the people I met and the advice that I've been given, I like to kind of give that back to you guys. So if you ever want to enter a competition, like I said, or if you just want to improve your health, I hope you guys can learn something or get some value out of these vlogs. This is the third episode of the Road to Summer Shredding. So a lot more to come, guys. I am excited about it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the vlog. I'm not sure what I'm going to film next, but it's going to be something related to my journey on the road to summer shredding. I'll catch you guys later.